You're looking at a man that has seizures and stutters and takes 17 pills a day to stay alive. So we come today to start a podcast. This is TMP Enterprize Podcast, where we talk about connecting to our natural self, connecting to the essence of self, connecting to life, period. All aspects of life. The ugly, the bad, the sad, the pretty, the gorgeous, all that good stuff. Because a lot of people don't really think about the whole perspective of life. And at this time now, I want you to really dive in with me. I'm going to be referring my followers as TMPs. TMP is the Motivational Producer. And I am TMP, the Motivational Producer. And you are TMP, the Motivational Producer for your life and your goals and your dreams. A lot of people have not activated their enterprise yet. And we are here to activate all that, unravel all the things that we know about ourselves, all the things that we think we know about ourselves, but we really need more clarity on. We're going to dive into, the body. The body is really the origin of this conversation, because the body is self. The body is life. And if we tap into our body, we can tap into multitudes of things that can take us to the next level of our life. And I'm going to be talking about my experiences with life. I've been down a lot. I had seizures. I stuttered. I take 17 pills a day just to stay alive. I still take 17 pills a day just to stay alive. I went blind about 4 or 5 years ago. And then my mama raised $10,000 to get my eye surgery. And they're still paying for that eye surgery. And now I can see, and I learned how to talk while I was blind. And I have asthma and I have bad bones, but I now do calisthenics. Everything that anybody ever told me that I couldn't do, I'm doing now. Why am I doing that? Not to prove anything, no. I'm showing myself that the mind is powerful. I'm showing myself that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. I'm showing myself that we can make it through this rough time. I'm showing myself that we can go hard when we feel like we can only go soft. And that's the beauty of life. When you have downtime and when you are feeling low and you're not feeling like yourself, you have to tap into that other self that says, know what, I don't care what goes on. I'm going to make it happen. So me going blind, I'm going to be showing, letting you listen to footage of what I was doing when I was blind, what I was talking about when I was blind. I'm going to be showing little clips here and there, and I'm also going to be, at the end of every video, end of every podcast, I'm going to be allowing you to listen to one of my videos that I post on my, YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, so you don't have to go anywhere to go find it. It's all right here. So I just want to just dive into these topics about, struggles and everyday life of human beings. This is just the intro. It's not really going to be any more than that. It's just an intro of what this podcast is going to be about. And I know that times are hard right now because of COVID-19. I know times are hard right now because people are losing their family members. I know. And this is the time to tap into self. It's a time to tap into the essence of self. It's time to do that because Instead of looking outward to see how to fix the problem, it's best to look inward. A lot of people do that. Like when you are sick or you're in pain, we always look to fix it with an outside situation. But we never look at the problem. We never look at the, thing that's causing it. Why is this happening? We always look for, okay, let me hurry and get rid of this pain as quick as possible. I don't want to deal with the actual problem, so I'm gonna put a Band-Aid over it. Just take a pain pill real quick. And that's what most people do with life. They take the shortcut. Me, I don't like shortcuts. Shortcuts are for suckers. That's how I think about anything in my life. That's why when I was blind, I didn't allow myself to be at a place of just being miserable. I wasn't miserable blind. I wasn't miserable. I rocked that blindness, and I rocked that some seizures. I rocked that stuttering with dignity. I rocked it like that because I knew that if I was depressed, if I was down and out, I would never get out of this situation. The only reason why I got my eyesight back was because an incident happened. I was at work at the Boys and Girls Club. I used to work with kids. Kids was my passion to work with. I knew that was where I can pour in my information to them and they can grow up and be better people than who I was. Just pour into to them. But then as I was being blind, mind you, the job didn't know that I had poor vision. No, they did not know at all. But the kids knew. The kids knew, hey, Mr. Tommy, you can't really see like that, can you? Mr. Tommy, you really can't see us do wrong, can you? But they did right by me because they respected me. So one day I was at work. I felt off that day. It was an off day. It was one of them days where I felt off, but I felt good. It was like a mixed emotion. And those mixed emotions, I paid for it. The stage and the floor looked at the same. Looked like it was on even playing field. So I was like, bet. So every day I always set up the tables and stuff. The tables, the games, the everything that put the cloth on the table, all that kind of stuff. And today, like I said, it was just a weird day. I was feeling good and I was feeling bad at the same time. It was like one of my off days. It was like I didn't know if I was coming or I didn't know I was going. So what I did was I walked across the stage. I kept straight. Mind you, my boss is there. My coworkers are there. They're watching. Normally, if I made a mistake, it would be by myself. It would never be like, in front of people like that. It would be, okay, if I have any seizures, I have any blind accidents, it would be in front of people that know that I'm going through this. It won't be people that can ruin my life by firing me or something, and I can't provide for my family. So I walk across stage, and I know about, when you're watching Bugs Bunny, and they go in the cliff, and when they go in that cliff, and they go off of it, they look down, and they realize, wait, I'm not on no cliff no more. I'm in the air. And what happens when you are in the air and there's nothing underneath you? There's a matter of seconds to where you're going to be on the ground. So I fell on the ground. I had a seizure. and my leg was messed up. And, the first thing they said, the first time they ever said, they said, "You okay?" They held me up. And then they fired me. It didn't happen all at one time, but that's what happened in my mind. Like, hey, I fell, it's over, it's done with. I already knew I wasn't ever gonna come back. I already knew that. So that's when I started building, my faith. I started building my strength. I started building my enthusiasm for life. Not having no job, not doing none of that, just depending on the government to take care of me. And the government, the universe took care of me very, very well. I called the government, but really the universe, God, really took care of me. I ain't never had to worry about a bill, never was late on the bill ever since the accident. And every day, even though I was blind, I still tapped into the essence of who I was. I was already into astrology before when I was at work, but I got more deep into it, trying to find my purpose. I got more deep and more intrigued with it. And that's what it's all about. Getting more in tune with yourself. Even though I had the accident actually helped me to really realize what's going on with the going on. I was able to call my mama, "Hey mama, look, hey, I had an accident at work. I fell off stage. Mama," and I said, "No way, I'm not even gonna go through all that. Mama, I can't see no more. I can't see no more. It's hard for me to see what's real." It went from being blurry to just being abstract. Abstract is when you just see a white, everything is white. Everything is white when it's light outside. And when it's dark, everything is black. But you can see, but you only can see the spectrum, one spectrum of color. I said, "Mama, I can't see no more." And mind you, I haven't not seen my children facial features in years. Didn't even realize it because I got so used to it. When I told my mama, "Mama, I can't see," she immediately helped me out. Because when I was younger, I was probably around like 11, 12, they said, "Your son," no, I'm not going to try to speed through the conversation because that's not what the podcast is for. So, growing up, I had pains in my leg. It was like aching pains. So I went to the doctor. They helped me out with my pain in my legs. Pain kept coming, and that was a sign that my bones was tripping. That's the way I put it. The bones are tripping. So then, years go by. I go in middle school. I walk home with my partners. I lived on the east side of Austin, Texas. That's in, a bad neighborhood if you want to put it that way. But it was really good for me. I didn't know it was a bad neighborhood until I moved out. So, walk with my partners, and then I have a break, a little seizure, you know what I'm saying? The seizure when my partners are like, "What's going on? What's going on? Hey, bro, what happened? You good?" Like, "Yeah, I'm good. A little small one, it's cool." Because it's not really a seizure. It's more of a muscle spasm, but it looks like a seizure. So I'm like, cool. So I try to hide from my mama. I try my best. I did it in front of my brother a lot, the Lawrence. Did it in front of him a whole lot. He knew what it was, but we just made fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, "Hey, I'm finna do the damn thing." Then once my mama got wind of it, she took me to the doctor. They diagnosed me with pseudo hypoparathyroidism. Look it up and see what that is. The calcium that you intake is not going to the right places. I'm gonna put it like that. We're not going to the right places. So they was like, "Okay, we gotta check his eyes. We gotta check it. We know he has seizures. we're going to give him the medicine for his seizures. But now it's check his eyes. When they go check my eyes, I go crazy. I go nuts. And I'm fighting the doctors off. Boom, boom, boom. Get off me. Get off me. Boom, boom. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm crying. No, stop. So they say, okay, he's not going to let us touch his eyes. He's not going to let us do it. So when he starts becoming blind, he will let you know. You just be prepared to help him when he becomes blind. So, but I didn't hear the conversation. But as I got older, when I told my mom, I said, after that incident of me being on stage, told my mom, I said, Mom, I can't see. She immediately knew what to do. Immediately. He said, call a doctor, make an appointment. Mind you, I can't see the phone. I had to zoom in to the maximum, 400x. That's how big I had to see. 400x, and still couldn't make out the letters. My lady, my wife now, she, helped me out to call the doctor. Call the doctor and make the appointment. February came around. Well, it was an injury. I fell December of 2016. No, I fell to December 2017. I fell that time. By January 2018, I made the appointment. By February 2018, my mama got me. I got into my first appointment, my first visit. And then by May, I had my sight back. But I was blind 2 years. I was going blind a long time ago, but didn't even realize it. My mama said, I knew this was going to happen. But she told me, she said she wasn't going to keep pressing the issue. She was going to wait until I told her that I was going blind. And once I got my sight back, I told myself I would never, ever take life for granted again. I will always take my medicine. I will always be on top of my health. Always. My mental health, my physical health, nutritional health, all that kind of stuff, because it's too much out here to not be aware of your body. Your body is the only thing that you really can't control. Your mind, your only thing that you really can control. So once you control your mind, once you tap into the essence of your mind and really understand what goes in and what goes out of your mind. Because once the government, once a people, once a person, once a place, once a TV ad gets a hold of your mind, it's done. It's like selling your soul. So that's why this podcast is going to be very intriguing, because I'm going to be diving into these things that I tapped into when I was at a rough place, which I looked at as a blessing. And I'm going to be showing you clips of when I was walking, going to pick my daughter from school. Mind you, I still handled my business when I was blind. I still went to walk, get my daughter to school, even though the school was 5 minutes away. It took me an hour to get to the school. But I still made sure I got my daughter every day, no matter what. So you'll be hearing conversations when I was blind on me going to the school and picking my daughter up, and just you hear the conversation I'm having myself to keep me sane, keep me in the loop of who I am. So I just want y'all to understand, I love life. I love it. You should love it too. All my TMPs should love life and love being a motivational producer for their life. I want to be a motivational producer to help you get to where you want to be. Because this is my calling. I also have another podcast with my cousin, Kevin Hall, Mr. Better Me, Better You. It's called the Blood Brothers Podcast. That's more of a dive into the way I grew up, my culture, the background of where I came from. This podcast is basically more in depth. So I hope that you enjoyed this intro of my podcast, and you have a marvelous, extravagant day. And don't forget to grow like grass in the spring. Don't give up. Don't give in. Have a marvelous, extravagant day and be safe. See you next podcast. See you next episode. Have a wonderful day.
I need you to like, share, and comment. Have a marvelous, extravagant day. TMP, the Motivational Producer.
You're looking at a man that has seizures and stutters and takes 17 pills a day to stay alive. And it gets worse. It gets realer than that. My daughter has seizures. And she has to know that she can make it in this world through her circumstances. It's not about me. It's about affecting the lives after me. I come from the hood, but the hood ain't part of my story. I have seizures and I stutter and I have bad eyesight, but I have a daughter that has the same thing that I got, and I gotta show her that she can make it. If daddy can make it, then I can make it. That's how she gonna feel. She will never feel that her disability is gonna stop her from being great. She's never gonna feel that way, because her daddy is going in, all the way in, because he loves what he do enough to override his disability. My disability is a meal ticket for my success. That's why I'm here today, to let you know that you can be everything you want to be in life and more. You put your mind to it. I'm here to tell my daughter Egypt, Jamisha Holmes, you can be anything you want to be in life and more. Just keep grinding. Don't let your disability stop you from being great. Don't let your barriers stop you from being great. Don't. I don't care what nobody say. You have it in you. Even though you have a barrier, barriers can always be knocked down. Always. I did it. You can do it. Just want to let y'all know, look at a man that has seizures and stutters, have bad sight, and still live like nothing's going wrong in his life. Looking at a man that has kids, that grinds every day to make sure they have a good life. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.